What's up, guys? It's your boy Django coming at you for the old gods. Just got done watching that season finale of Loki, and that was bananas! Oh my god!
Bananas.
No, no, do not ever do that on my stream again, woman.
All right.
Just no. Do not disrespect or besmirch the honorable Gwen Stefani in my home like that again.
Besmirching.
Few times been around that track. Anyway, so this episode, really this is my whole critique of the Loki series as a whole, of the whole thing as a whole, not just the final episode, but just everything they accomplished in that last episode. Literally, set so much up for phase 4 and going forward. Dude, thematically and storytelling wise, like, it gives them license and freedom to write in all kinds of ways to introduce characters and concepts that they really were kind of they would have struggled. I feel before. I feel like introducing mutants into the MCU now will be a lot easier from a storytelling standpoint. I feel that introducing a lot of the more fantastical characters or like the outlandish concepts, comic book fans, so we're used to that. But for a cinematic or a TV audience, I feel like it'll be a lot easier to get that stuff in. Now that basically everything's canon. Thanks, Sylvie. We appreciate that. You my boo. And just from a artistic, I took film in school. Just from that standpoint, just the duality of it, I just found it so just. How can I put this? I love that you have one version of Loki fighting to uphold order for a change, and another version of Loki, fighting to, unleash chaos. Just to have that duality in a character who's essentially the same being, you get what I'm saying. That was cool. That was real cool. I like that, just from a storytelling aspect, and just thematically, that was cool. But just the possibilities are endless. And then also, like, Jonathan Majors, is that his name? Is that his name?
I do believe so.
Yeah, I'm losing it here, going seeing on the old age. But Jonathan Majors. Obviously, what I know him from is Lovecraft Country, which I'm so HBO. Like, y'all, how are you not going to renew that? How are y'all not going to renew Lovecraft Country?
For the same reason that they didn't renew Watchmen.
Can't tell.
Just about any thing driven by somebody of color.
We can kind of say that. We can you never know. I do partially agree with you, though. It does seem funny, like, whenever you put something out that's edgy but told from a brown or black, kind of,
perspective,
lens or perspective. Yeah, we generally don't get that many seasons of that, but I digress. Anyway, Loki was dope. But Loki was dope. But just seeing him portray Tick in that show, and then seeing him play Immortus, or the one who remained, whatever they wanted to call him, or whatever amalgam of different Marvel characters he was in this show. That boy has range. That boy has chops. I look forward to seeing him in other stuff. And then obviously, I'm sure he'll be, won't even play Kang the Conqueror, even the same way as he played this version of Kang. So I'm just anxious to see what he does with the character going forward. Because that was incredible. Then I expect them to use the TVA more in plot lines now, because they've, just completely opened that box up. So, season 2, obviously. So, you'll probably get, obviously you'll get more of it in season 2 of Loki. Because it was the only Disney show so far they've said we'll get a season 2. I really feel like Scarlet Witch's show and Falcon and Winter Soldier, I really feel those are one-offs. If anything gets a sequel, it'll probably be Falcon and Winter Soldier, but who knows? I'm looking forward to What If, and then it was kind of poignant that the What If series launches after this. Now they've opened up the multiverse. I had to explain to a couple people at my job, actually, because everyone was watching the show, and I had to explain them because they still didn't kind of understand. And that's the crazy thing about comics. Like, when you grow up reading comics and watching, all the shows and watching the movies, like things like, theoretical physics and string theory and parallel universes and parallel timelines and dimensions, it doesn't confuse you. Like you super understand it. But then like to people who like are smart, like there's not these people who are like dumb or anything like that I work with. Like, I work with a real estate agent, I'm saying, like, and, I work with, people who've been to college. And like even them are like, what the heck is going on? So I had to explain to them, like the Loki you see on the show is not the Loki from the proper MCU. He's aware of everything that happened after, the first Avengers movie, but none of that actually happened directly to him. He knows it happened because he was shown, but none of that. And just, but that's just crazy how, like, when you grow up with these concepts, like your mind just works and your mind understands it. You don't have to be led or shown or now in my, like I'm going to show my hubris here. My girlfriend had to do this for me for Westworld. I couldn't keep track of who the heck was who or who was a freaking who was a robot. Like, what? I mean, I love Westworld. That show is awesome. Like, they need to hurry up with the last season, but like, so I can get how they feel. I can get how people feel like that when it comes to comic book movies and understanding different variants of characters and understanding, oh wait, this character really isn't from this timeline, but blah 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 blah. So I get how they feel because I was the exact same way on Westworld. So I feel your pain, but I mean, I'm just so excited for the future of the MCU. Feige, you doing your thing, man. You were doing your thing. I love it.
Let's not forget the other two Fs who have pretty much taken over the Star Wars brand.
Oh, Filoni and Favreau?
That's right. Yeah. The 3 Fs of Disney.
Yep. Apparently Disney does give an F. Thank God they got Kathleen Kennedy away from Lucasfilm, or away from Star, whatever you want to call it. But thank God they got y'all. Oh, and Warner Brothers DC, y'all need to take this note. Put fans in charge. People who actually are appreciative and understand, and if possible, grew up understanding and enjoying your source material. It makes a world of difference. I mean, this show, case in point, it makes a world of difference. Another thing about Feige, I don't know if you guys have heard, he's no longer signing actors to like big, huge 7, 8, 9 film deals. Basically, it'll be one film at a time. I think Tom Holland just signed on for another 3 movie deal for just Spider-Man solo movies. And I think that'll be maybe like as much as he'll do for, because he wants the actors in these things to like be vested in the project. He wants them to want to do it, not to just simply be collecting a paycheck or just trying to complete out your contractual obligations. To me, with these, that's the right way to look. Because to do comic book films right, again, you have to care. Don't get me wrong, I love what DC's done. I'm a fan of everything, but it's missing that, man. Like the DC movies are missing that. Like the Snyderverse cut kind of course corrected a little bit, but I mean, I really feel a hard reboot for DC is like it quite in order. Which maybe we'll get that with the Flashpoint movie. I'm hoping. I'm surprised to let Ezra Miller even do anything, honestly, with his legal troubles. But who am I to judge? But speaking of rebooting, actually, did anyone else feel like this whole where Sylvie killed Kang or whatever, he who remains, whatever you want to call him? Did anyone else feel like that was kind of them rebooting the universe? Like I just got that feeling because literally everything is wide open now. They can do so much. Like someone was saying, oh, they can bring back Widow back from an actor standpoint. I don't think that's happening, but yeah, story wise, they could very well write her back in. And also to me, like from a acting standpoint, this gives actors so much leeway to play characters so different or to try different things with characters because you're not just dealing with one version. Like I expect in the next Guardians movies or any movies that feature the Guardians going forward with Zoe Saldana, because obviously this isn't like the version that we knew from like the first 2 Guardians movies. She's dead. But the one from the Avenger movies, that's a different, the one from Endgame, excuse me, who will be in 3. That's going to be a different Gamora. So I think that they'll use it as a license to maybe play the character. I mean, she was already played a little bit different in Endgame, but I feel like they'll really explore that and then what it means to actually be a variant of a character interacting with the characters that knew that previous version. I think that's going to be a real big thing going forward in the movies. Like, they're not just going to be like, oh yeah, this is a new version. And, just like the old version, there's no difference. Because if as comic book readers, we know whenever you have a character that, is died or is gone or displaced in the universe, whatever, however they're missing from the story arc, and you supplant them with a different version of themselves from a different universe or a different timeline. There's always different. That's what makes this stuff intriguing. That's what makes it cool. That's what makes it fun to read and makes it where you won't know what's going to happen. I mean, that's the fun part of liking, of liking this stuff. That's what makes it cool and what makes it different and what's so engaging about it.
Well, they kind of already attacked that with WandaVision with Quicksilver. Because
that was more of a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
That was more of a
tongue in cheek.
Yeah, that was more of a joke. But yeah, they did. You're right. They did do that. That was more of a joke though. And I actually forgot about that. That had me when they brought back
Quicksilver
from the Sony movies for WandaVision. I really didn't see that coming. So that was cool. And yeah, I mean, you see, they're leaving breadcrumbs, y'all. They're leaving breadcrumbs for us. Like, wait till you see what I got in my bag of tricks next week. So I'm really excited for the What If series. I don't know how much. I mean, again, us comic book fans, we know that they do. We have the amalgam comics. I mean, what else? We have the What If stuff for the, just the one-offs. That are just hypotheticals, basically.
Well, like Mobius better get his jet ski.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Mobius better get his dang jet ski. Dang it! Yeah, I'm gonna get a shirt just jet ski for Mobius 2021. Oh man, but I mean, I could talk about this all day, honestly, guys. But please like, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think is going to be the future of the MCU? What are some of the more outlandish theories you think, as far as the way these stories are going to be told, or the way they're going to go, or just the crazy stuff that you think they plan to do? Or if you were running it or writing it, what some crazy plot lines you would like to see explored, or things like that. But you guys have a great night. And if you like, again, well, you shouldn't even be watching this video if you haven't seen the season finale of Loki. But if you haven't seen it, please watch. And y'all have a great night. Peace.